Hello there, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by for your daily Reiki micro session. This is a micro session because it is only 5 minutes long. And so, what we're going to do is Reiki for 5 minutes. A normal session with me does last for an hour. So, that's why this is a tiny one. It's a micro session. This is just enough to give you a little bit of a taste of Reiki and kind of get an idea of what it might be able to do for you. Of course, if you have questions about it or if you want to schedule a session with me afterwards, all you have to do is use the website listed in the description box below to get my contact information. I would be happy to answer any questions you might have and be able to help you figure out whether it would help you or not with whatever your concern might be. So there's that. And then after we do the micro session, then we're going to go ahead and do questions. We'll do that for 5 minutes and we'll just see where we go from there. So we're going to start with the Reiki. And for the Reiki, I'm setting the intention for whatever will benefit each of you the most as individuals. If you have something more specific you would like the Reiki to focus on, feel free to go ahead and adjust that intention. So let's get started, shall we? All right, so we're starting Reiki at 21 after the hour. That means we'll be finishing it up at 26 after the hour. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning to both of you. Welcome, welcome. Glad to see y'all in the room. I've got contacts on today, but they're good for distance. And I'm trying to see if I can get away with getting by without the reading glasses to do the video, but I can't read what you're saying very well without them. So we're still stuck with glasses. How are you guys doing this morning? Angela Lukes. Yay. I like it that you found a good church home. So far, so good. I like it. That's a good start then. Gabby, hello, hello, welcome. Glad to see you here, my dear. Does anybody have any questions about Reiki? If you do, this is the time to ask them. We have 3 more minutes left of our Reiki micro session. Thank you for the thumbs ups, whoever's putting those, I appreciate them. Also, thank you to those of you who are sharing this around so other people can benefit from the Reiki as well. That's not very quiet. I grew up with 7 kids, no cats. But I can tell you, even 4 kids is not very quiet. It is a great therapy for children with learning disabilities. Has anybody told you like where the problem stems from? In your particular case? It can help with manifestation. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I've seen it do incredible stuff, actually. I had, when I was just raising money to get into my master's apprenticeship, I had somebody make a donation and ask that I do Reiki for a friend of hers who had just lost her job that day. the same day that she had signed a contract to move into a house. And I think the closing day was like 2 weeks away or something. Or maybe she had just closed on the house. Now I don't remember. I think the closing was coming up in 2 weeks. Anyway, I called the lady up. I told her that somebody had gifted her this Reiki and wanted her to use it for financial. And so we started talking about her situation. And she said that she had been working at this place for 14 years, never been laid off before, got laid off that day. Um, and she was buying this house. She needed to have the money to make sure that house was good, furnished and a decent place to live once she owned it. And, moving is always expensive anyway. And so I said, oh, so what we need to manifest you a new job with really good pay and something that you like and you can be happy at. And she said, well, no, I don't really want a job. I was thinking I want to change careers. I just don't know what I want to change it to. I need money, but I don't need a job. And so I went, well, she didn't even say I don't need a job. She said I don't need a job. And I was thinking in my mind, oh, honey, it don't work like that. But I didn't say anything. I thought, well, let's just see what the Reiki can do. And that's what I told her. And next thing you know, after we did the Reiki session, I called her for her check-in, which I always call people after the session. And she didn't answer the phone. So I thought, well, she fell asleep because the Reiki got her really relaxed and she'll call me back later. So she called me back and she told me that her phone had rang as soon as the session was over. She thought she was picking it up to talk to me. And actually, it was a FEMA recruiter that wanted her to come and do this FEMA project for 90 days. And they were going to give her this beautiful bonus to come and do it. And it gave her plenty of money to do what she needed to do with the house. Plus, it gave her time to figure out what she wanted to do about her career. So, does it help with manifestation? Yes. Did it, Ricky? That's cool. Well, Lori, get a hold of me and let's talk about what's actually going on. And we'll look at how we want to set our intentions for that and figure out an action plan. You're quite welcome, Annie. And same thing for you. Get a hold of me. Let me know what the specific intentions are, and let's set an action plan to start making those manifestations happen more quickly for you. All right, so we went over because, I'm a jabberjaw. We went over by 2 minutes, so let's wrap up the Reiki. So now is the time where I get to be psychic for a few minutes, where I get to show off my psychic abilities. So I answer questions now for 5 minutes. For those of you who have questions, whatever's on your heart or on your mind, be sure there are specific questions. I want to get you some very specific answers so that you can use these to move forward productively. So no vague questions, very specific questions. JJB, hello, hello. Is there a, yes, there is, but I want you to give me a more specific question, honey. There's always guidance for the week, but that's what the little weekly videos are for. And then you can also find guidance in the monthly videos, but let's do a specific question. Okay, Annie, give me a call and let's talk about that. Angela Lukes, will I get a job this week? Oh, how have you been? Yay. Let's find out. Will Angela Lukes get a job offer this week? I kind of see some indecision here, Miss Angela, on what kind of job you actually want. But I do see an offer coming in. And I feel like I think you get an offer coming in, but there's something wonky about it. I'm not so sure that you're thrilled about this offer that comes in. And I think you actually continue to do manifestation work. I'm not sure that you take that offer, but I do think you get a job offer. I think that you decide that you want to wait and get something better. That's what I see coming up on my table. Miss Angela. Let's see, Ricky. Okay. Ricky wants to know, will she hear from the court system within 3 months about her grandmother's estate? So here's what's going on with that, Ricky. I think that there is going to be more information. You may even have to go to court, or there's something that's going to go on where there has to be interaction with the court that's coming up probably about a month from now. I'm going to say, give or take a few days. But I don't think that you're going to have like a final decision or a final breakdown by then, not by the end of 3 months. That's still going to be making progress forward, but I don't think there's going to be any kind of final decision. So will you hear from them? Yes. Will you hear anything that you can really run with? Not so much. Okay. Who's next? Lori. In my dream this morning, I pulled a ladybug out of my ear. Oh, that's interesting. That means you're going to hear some kind of lucky news or some kind of good news. Thank you, JJB. Roderick, namaste, my friend. Glad you're here. I'm fantastic, my dear. Do you have a question for me today? Nina, you can always schedule a reading with me by using my contact information listed in the description box below, my dear. Gracie. Hola, hola. Well, you made it in time. You made it in time. Thank you very much, Nina. I appreciate that. I want to build up to 7 million subs. Anybody here think I could do that? Okay, Annie. Will the person that Annie has in her mind, will he message her within by the end of this week? Soon is very vague, so we're going to narrow that focus. I don't think he's going to be messaging you by the end of this week. Will he be contacting her in any way by the end of this week? Right now he's sitting on the fence. So at this point that could go either way, but I'm going to say more likely not than that he would. Okay, Annie. Shreddy Agarwal. Hello. Welcome. I like your colorful avatar. Current energies around you. That's very vague. I would ask you for a more specific question if we had time, but that was the timer, which means I'm not answering any more questions. So if there are those of you who would like to have questions answered that I did not get to today, feel free to do a 1-question reading or a 2-question reading, or if you want a live reading, you can find out how to do that. All of that is listed on my website in the description box below. Otherwise, you can wait till the next time I go live and try to catch me during this 5-minute segment that I do at the end of the live sessions. Totally up to you. I will tell you, I'm not here every day like I used to be because I'm preparing to move. So some days I just can't fit it into my schedule. But I am doing the scheduled readings. Like if somebody schedules a reading with me or gets a 1 or 2-question reading, I do those. And I also do the Reiki sessions and the Reiki candles for people. But sometimes I just can't fit in being here live every day. So, but I do want to catch up with conversation. You're a Sag and he's a Libra. You're 2 signs apart. That's interesting. Nina, I would love to read that for you. If you want to do a one question reading, that's a very easy question to answer in a one question reading. Thank you on the thumbs up reminder, Gracie. I appreciate that. Thasseus, hello, hello, welcome. Glad to see you, honey. Sorry, I'm already out of time on the questions. You're quite welcome, Miss Ricky. Yeah, Nina, I only answer questions for 5 minutes, and then once that timer goes off, I stop, and that's it for the free questions. Well, actually, I only let people ask one question per day here, Miss Annie. So if you want to know something like that, then you want to ask the specific question that you want to know the first time around. Thank you very much, everybody, for being here. I do appreciate it. It's nice to have a big crowd in the room today. Whoop, whoop. Everybody have a fantastic, wonderful, peaceful, and thrilling day. And if I don't see you here for a private session or a Reiki session or a reading, I guess I should say, then I will see you guys back here on the next video. Peace out.